President Gotabaya Rajapaksa stressed that the revolutionary change mentioned in the Vistas of Prosperity and Splendor policy statement will definitely be made. The people demanded for a revolutionary change. In achieving this, difficulties and obstacles will have to be faced. However, the president said that he will act with commitment to overcome those challenges. The president made these remarks addressing a function held at the Mandadua Public Stadium yesterday to vest with the public 1,500 completed roads on the same day.
You have come to my village. I want to welcome you. That is why you can see the village environment here. That is why we love environment. That is why we value the connectivity. We understand the value of the connectivity. That is why we talk about climate change. That is why we talked about green agriculture. This is because all we come from this village environment. මේ කාලය ඇතුළත විශාල බාධක මැද්දේ අපි රට සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම වහලා තිබුණා කීප වතාවක්. මම දන්නවා කොන්ත්‍රාත් කරුවන්ට කොච්චර අපහසු වුණාද වැඩ කරන අයව ගෙන්න ගන්න කොවිඩ් ප්‍රශ්නය නිසා. නමුත් ඒ බාධක මැද්දේ පාරවල් 1500ක් අවසන් කිරීම පිළිබඳව මම ඇමතුමාට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා.
Like the rest of the world, Sri Lanka had to face the COVID pandemic. In the face of a collapsed economy, a number of plans were put in place to save the lives of the people while facing the enormous challenge thrown at by an unrecognized pandemic. Due to this, the promises that were made could not be fulfilled as pledged. However, the president said that he would continue to protect the trust placed in him by the people without any difference. The tourism industry collapsed due to the COVID pandemic. As a result, close to 3 million direct and indirect jobs were lost. More than 150,000 people lost their foreign employment and the economy was disrupted for everyone from top to bottom. Despite the massive economic collapse that followed, development work continued. All public servants were paid on time. Steps were taken to settle the foreign loan installments of $4 million on time. Assistance was provided to the families of the COVID patients and to all those who were quarantined. Measures were taken to provide a guaranteed price for paddy. The president recalled that all this had to be done in the face of a massive economic crisis. The president said that he would never hesitate to make the change for organic farming as well as renewable energy generation. Imports of 16 crops including green gram, cowpea, undu and turmeric were completely stopped. Today, the farmers are enjoying the results of this decision. The farmer is receiving higher prices for cinnamon, pepper and turmeric. The president stressed that steps would be taken to protect the consumer and not to reduce the income received by the farmer. The president urged all farmers to understand this situation and join hands in overcoming the challenge of green agriculture, and further said that he did not intend to make that change by compelling the farmers or the people. As soon as I came to power, the youth started painting on the walls. Others cultivated barren paddy fields. The president said this while inviting all of them to come forward to accomplish the revolutionary change with the trust placed in those days. As pledged in the National Policy Framework, Vistas of Prosperity and Splendor, the project of carpeting 100,000 kilometers of island-wide rural roads has been initiated.
නොමුත් මම පොරොන්දු වෙච්ච ඒ විප්ලවීය වෙනස මම කරනවා.
It is a great honor and a privilege to be here to celebrate with you the completion of 1,500 kilometers of roads under the government's 100,000 kilometers of roads. And I want to thank you for including the World Bank. When I listen to the testimony, when I look at the videos, and when we handed over 8.5 kilometers of roads to the community here, it took me back to my village in Germany. I can understand and I fully sympathize with the population here when it comes to rural connectivity. It changes life. It means economic developments in every corner of the nation. That brings together rural and urban communities is necessary, not only for economic development, but also for social services. An uninterrupted road network. It makes sure that children are getting to school and are getting a good education. It makes sure that the elderly have access to health care. And it connects farmers to markets. I would like to congratulate the government for the vision and for the implementation of the 100,000 kilometers of roads program. His Excellency mentioned climate change. And this road network will also help address the climate change impact that Sri Lanka is trying to address. We are facing intense rainfall and subsequent flooding. It is important to have a road network that is uninterrupted and that can be maintained even in the worst of weather conditions. Under this program, Sri Lanka's roads will also become safer. And what we see today, that 3,000 people die every year in road crashes, we will be able to reduce that number and achieve the target by 2030 to halve these number of crashes. I'm very pleased that the World Bank will be part of this program. 2 days ago, we signed a $500 million operation that will support the 100,000 kilometers road program in Sri Lanka. It will help achieve Sri Lanka in its quest for economic growth, eliminating poverty, and boosting prosperity across the entire nation. It will also be the centerpiece of a green, resilient, and inclusive recovery of the devastating COVID-19 pandemic.
1,000 kilometers of island-wide rural roads has been initiated, marking the vesting of 1,500 completed roads to the public. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa stated that if the development projects were stopped in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, it would not be possible to open 1,500 such roads today. The Prime Minister pointed out that the priority has been given to develop rural and estate roads under this program and that the rural road network should be developed to build the country. The Prime Minister also reminded that the government is focusing on programs that can uplift the economy of the rural people in line with road development.
ගමේ ඉන්න නිෂ්පාදකීන්ට තමන්ගේ නිෂ්පාදන ටික නගරයට ගේන්න ගමේ නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න අයට ගමට එන්න මාර්ග පාසුකම් තියෙන්න ඕන. නැත්නම් කාටවත් බරක් නැතුව ජීවත් වුණත් එයාලගේ නිෂ්පාදන වලට සාධාරණ මිලක් ගන්න බැරුව යනවා. ඒක මම අත්දැකීමෙන් දන්නවා.
Addressing the gathering, the Highways Minister said that the first phase of the new Kelani Bridge and the Central Expressway will be opened to the public by the end of this year. For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.